Yeah. What's really happening? What's really happening? Miami, what they do. So listen, man, like I've told y'all, I'm going to deliver, man. I'm going to bring y'all some of the realest out of Miami, some of my go-getter hustlers. You know what I mean? Today, I had the pleasure of bringing one of my comrades from the trenches. You know what I mean? What they do, bro? Introduce yourself. Let them know where you from and what part of Miami you from.
Yeah, y'all already know. It's checking in with your boy City Streetz, straight out of Kansas City. You know what I'm talking about? I'm checking in right now with What They Do podcast. Y'all already know what they do.
So check it out, right? Today, man, we gonna bring some, you know what I mean, some bring highlight what my partner got going on in the city, man. I know he been putting some work in for a long time. So you say you out of Kansas City?
Yeah, I'm off of Kansas City, man. VGB, 42nd Avenue. You know what I'm saying? Right up the street from Murder Grove. You know what I'm saying? Right up the street from 191, over the hump. You know, they tore down the mass box, but you know that's my area. VGB, 42L, you know.
What elementary, junior high, high school, what all you went to over there?
Okay, I went to Kansas City Middle. I went to Lake Stevens. I went to the ARC, you know what I'm saying? And then I went to Kansas City Senior High, you know, my 9th grade year, but I only made it to my 9th grade year because now I went on a little vacation. You know, I'm going to say I went to college, you know what I'm saying? We're going to get into that later, though.
Okay, since you brought that up, we're gonna get into that now. What do you mean by college, right? We all know what it is when the street niggas say he going off to college, man.
Yeah.
It ain't University of Miami, man. It was Florida State
Yeah.
prisons. You know what I'm saying? That's why I met.
Institution.
That's why I met. That's why I met this man here, man. At the time, man. What year that was? I cut into you in the joint.
Man, I want to say 99, 2000.
Oh yeah,
you know,
yeah.
Cross City, Florida. You know what I'm saying? I was blessed to bump into the OG at the time. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you was a young nigga then, man. I'm talking about you was a
Yeah.
young nigga then, man. You was doing your thing. And, we bumped heads, and at that particular time, I was damn near about finishing up a sentence. I had done been in like
Yeah.
maybe 5, 6, 7 years or whatever. You know what I mean? So what got you on the path that made you end up meeting the OG in prison? Like what led you down that path?
I mean, just like, coming up in the hoods of Miami and, got into a lot of things as I was young, you know what I'm saying? I ended up catching 5 years, 6 months when I was like 17 years old. You know what I'm saying? I moved around a lot, I fucked around and got CM for getting in a ride at Indian River. So, when they let us off at CM, they shipped the nigga and I ended up at Cross City and I bumped into the OG. You know what I'm saying?
For those of y'all don't know what CM is, man, that's jail inside of jail. I happen to be in there too, man. That's close management. You know what I mean? That's when they, the prisoners can't do nothing with you. You interrupting what they like to say, regular operation of the prison, right? So they gotta put you in CM, man.
But we don't go to jail to behave, goddammit. You know what I'm talking about? We in jail. That's what we used to tell them,
But the OG since I've been home, man, right? I've been pushing my book, my story, trying to try to encourage, cause I don't want y'all to get the impression that this one of them videos where we glorifying prison or glorifying the streets, and we gonna get into some of that a little later in the interview. But I want to point that out first and foremost is that what we trying to achieve from even bringing stories or bringing people like my guest right here, City, to the platform. What they do is to reach out to the young people, man. We know where y'all at. We know y'all on social media. You know what I mean? It's kind of like I said in one of my other videos, like pulling gold teeth out these Miami niggas mouth. You must get them on camera. You know what I mean?
Right.
But
like you said, the best situation that came from that, because when I bumped into the OG, I had just got off of CM, I got like some positivity in my life. I was reading, I went to writing, I wrote a lot of poems, I wrote a lot of poetry, you know what I'm saying? And I had this brother here, to keep, to keep me forward too. Like, keep your mind focused, stay out of bullshit, stay out that box, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
I received my GED when I was there, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? But the best thing about it, I started writing poetry, you know what I'm saying? And from there, they kind of like turned into raps, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you kind of jump ahead of me right there. No, you good,
My bad,
cause
guys.
that's what I want to get into, man. even when I met you, you and your one of the homeboys, man, Ugly Baby, what his name? Ugly Baby.
Ugly Baby.
Ugly Baby. Shout out to Ugly Baby. I don't know where he at now, but y'all used to be
Ugly.
on the compound beating on every damn thing. You know what I mean? Rapping. You know, and you know, I know you wasn't the only ones doing it. There's a lot of guys they go
Yeah.
in prison and you know through the rap. You know what I mean? That's how they express themselves. But a lot of them don't come out in the world. And, you know what I mean, and really see it through. But that's not what happened with your situation. Cause you came out, and you actually put some music out. What let the people know about your music, man.
You know, anybody that know me, man, I've been grinding since day one with my music. From the chain gang to the streets, I got numerous mixtapes out. Right now I got Keep Them Cars Moving out right now, and I also got Smoke and Drink featuring my homeboy Money Talk Blue Hundreds, you know, Long Live Blue Hundreds, you know. It's a sad case that he's not here, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, you know, I've been putting out music for a minute, man. I did a couple ghost writings for a couple people. I play behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
All that basically come from me just getting my mind right in there, and I kind of knew what I wanted to do. And you know, people like the OG keep me focused. Like, man, cause see, the thing about the OG is this: he used to always give me tough love and tell me the truth. So when I write my raps, I go take it to the OG. And the OG be like, hey man, that shit garbage, don't spit it. You already know like I want it. So you know,
Right.
just for the OG to just be like, oh yeah, boy, that's the one. And for the OG be like, man, you gonna go out there and do that shit or you gonna fuck up? Man, it was so crazy. I always kept the OG in my, you know what I'm saying, in the back of my head. Cause he used to ask me them questions like, what you gonna do? You gonna go out to barbecue, you gonna meal the wood, you ain't gonna do that shit. And it was like, yeah, you know, I always had the OG in the back of my head, you know what I'm saying? Cause I told you, he gave me some real game behind the walls, you know what I'm saying?
But see, I'm glad I'm getting my roses while I'm here, man. You know, a lot of cats don't get their roses while they here. But yeah, most definitely, man. A lot of people don't know that about me, man. I ain't just came out on the streets and decided I want to help young cats, man. When I was in the joint, man, you know, I always took a leadership role. I guess what I want to say, act my age. You know what I mean? A young cat came around me. You know, I don't want to see him going down or keep going in and out the hole or whatever. Even though I made some fucked up bad decisions myself, I was always, you know what I'm saying, trying to look for somebody to school me. So when I got around the young cats in the joint, man, I would always let them know what was real and what was not. And I'm still doing that out here today, man. And that's what the purpose of me creating this platform for what they do in Miami. You know what I mean? Because I just see now me coming home after finishing up a long bid, a lot of young cats in Miami, you know, they really like, to me, it feel like they done lost their identity to what real Miami niggas are. You know what I mean? It seems like since this social media thing came around, it's a lot of, you know, I see a lot of different, like we mixed up. Like I don't see so much Miami, our core principles no more.
Right. And speaking of that, like he said, like I came home in 2023. You know what I'm saying? And it was just like how he said, like everything have changed. Like the way that Miami niggas dress, the way they hang out, the way that they ride their cars, it was kind of like a culture change. And like you say, like, you know, I'm from the 10th floor 10th floor era, John Doe era when Miami was Miami. You know what I'm saying? So you had a lot of OGs, and you know what I'm saying? They're not here no more. So they wasn't there to really pass down the real game. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's how we kind of lost our identity through that.
I'm gonna cut straight to it, right? One of the biggest things that I seen coming home, and this no shade, young niggas do what they want to do. They can rep how they want to rep. One of the things that I noticed, this gang culture in Miami, right? I ain't gonna say I know about gangs in Miami. The gangs been here in Miami, but Bloods, Crips, GDs, Vice Lords, that was never in Miami. And shout out to those that rep those organizations, cause I done been around real cheap. I done been around dudes from what they call the land, Chicago. That's where the Vice Lords, that's where the GDs, you know what I mean, originated from. I done been around Bloods and Crips, you know what I'm saying, that's really from the West Coast, right? And I, being on the federal level, just being real with you young dudes in Miami, right? Just on the federal level, you still could do what you want to do. Cause like I did what I wanted to do and I had to lay down. But one thing about the OG, I always kept it 100. Boy, you can look my paperwork up and run my name through the mill. I'm gonna keep it. That stop snitching for those who I don't know why I'm throwing my four hands up, right? But I had to just throw that out there because I'm gonna give y'all a piece of information. When you go to the joint, Miami, when you go to the joint, if you're blessed to go to the joint, those of y'all that ain't listening to some of the messages that I be putting out here, and you don't end up in the graveyard, God deal with you a different way. You go to the joint and you still repping Vice Lord, GD, Crip, Blood, or whatever them sets you rep. I don't know how it is in the state of Florida because I ain't been there in a while. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about on the federal level. You gonna be the ones holding the knives. You gonna be the one on shower duty watching. You gonna be the ones doing the send out type of work. Trust what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Because they gonna pull rank on you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not gonna hold rank over someone that's their creed. You know what I'm saying? Like to be a GD, you gotta know the bylaws, you gotta know the creed, you gotta pay the dues.
Yeah.
I know this for a fact, cause I know real chief, man. You know what I'm saying? Like Chief Ray, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I know real chiefs like Chief Ty, you know what I'm saying, out of Chicago. You know what I mean? I done ran across some real GDs, you know, some BDs, you know what I'm saying? And I know how they rock. And I was able to sit at all their tables in the joint. I'm gonna get back on the interview with bruh, but I just want to drop this out. One of the changes that I seen in Miami coming home, right, with the Bloods, Crips, GDs, and Vice Lords, right? Whatever may be running the streets. I'm just letting you know, man. You know what I mean? The choice is your own, but hey, I always knew us as being real Miami niggas. When I was getting money out of town, that's what we were known for, because we always been like a source city, right?
Right.
We was able to go up the road and play on whatever side of their city. Our thing was cop and go. Know what I'm saying? We wasn't into politics or whatever. Cop and go.
Get it and go.
You know, get it and go. Know what I'm saying? And that went for whoever was copping. You know what I mean? No matter what they stood on. And once they knew you was a Miami nigga, you wasn't even involved in politics or whatever. That's why I be trying to say y'all gave up your birthright or you gave up your identity when you're rocking and claiming something that you ain't really were born into. But that's another interview for another time today. I'm here. You know what I mean? It'll go that way because we don't prep for this shit, man. This shit however the big God decide us to give you on what they do, we gonna give it to you, man.
Straight out the head.
But we gonna get into the merch right now, man. Cause I see you a Mac of all trades, boy, like you was in the joint. I remember the joint. You had so many motherfucking hustlers coming out the kitchen and
we
whatever.
coming out the kitchen, but I got the square board hustle. I run a chain gang store.
Oh, you used to force that square board on the nigga. Get your 3 squares, man. You know what I mean? If y'all don't know what a square board is, go ahead and explain to them what a square board is.
Basically, it's like a type of way like you gamble in the chain game. Well, you put together like 100 squares or whatever. Then if you fill 100 squares up, you get 20 extra squares for yourself. So you can eat that, or that's all yours. So I'm always hustling for the 20 squares guaranteed, and I don't bought some.
But how it work though? They just know squares. You got some of these people that don't know what you're talking about, like pertaining to what? What the squares pertain to?
Right, okay, the squares is like every number on the board. You get what I'm saying? So you got 100 squares. So you running 10 on the top, you running 10 on the side. So what we used to do, we get cards 1 through 10, and we'll have them flip the cards. And then whoever get the numbers, it will fill up the square board. So now if your number hit 1 quarter, let's just say you got a 7-7. I owe you $20 out the pot. You get what I'm saying? And it's all 4 quarters. So all 4 quarters that
4 quarters of what?
Football. It's
football. That's what I'm trying to get them to say.
Football.
This a football square thing, because they still didn't know what you were talking about.
It's kind of like a football. So me being me, you know what I'm saying? I got my twists and angles that I do to get a little hustle, you know what I'm saying? But the OG always noticing that, like, City, I was seeing you flip that board 3 or 4 times, like, going on now. But he was the only one that would put me into place. But like he said, man, I was always on the hustle, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Like, I see you still at it right here. So go ahead, man, and let them know what you got going on right here. I know they see all this quality ass merch up here.
Right. So what it is right now, it's the hottest clothing line in Miami, Florida, out of Miami, Florida. And what it is Miami SKYLINE City Streetz merch. And if you see the skyline, if you pay attention to it, the skyline represents the Miami skyline, which means that if you're from Miami, you already know. They built that skyline off the cocaine money that was left by all the drug dealers that went to jail. So basically, Coke built the city. So that's what I say, head up to the skyline. You feel what I'm saying? Because a motherfucker built a whole city, you know what I'm saying, and they doing wrong. Ain't no telling what you could do out here. I got it online at streetteam.com. You know what I'm saying? You could purchase, or I could drop it off of your chest. You know me. I'm in every hood. I'm in every corner. I'm there. So, like I say, OG, I got something for you. You know what I'm saying? always know you. That's you
What?
personally right there, my brother. You know what I'm
Oh, this the
saying?
bucket hat gang. You got the bucket
Yeah,
hats
you
too,
know,
huh?
I keep the bucket hats for the
Oh yeah, you know the
OGs. You
OG
feel what I'm
love the bucket
saying?
hats, boy.
So
Shout
we
out.
got the bucket hats, we got the hoodies, you know what I'm saying? We got the t-shirts, we got the outfits, and that's what it's about, man. I think it gotta go back to like how it was. All we gotta go back to selling stuff in our city. We gotta support our city. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I see a lot of Miami. Like motherfuckers from Miami, you don't listen to Miami music, you don't wear Miami clothes, you understand what I'm saying? Like you say, man, we gotta get back to our city because this not no secondhand city. You feel what I'm saying? This is Miami. You know what I'm saying? We one of the first cities that originated. How we dress, how we walk, how we talk. You understand what I'm saying? We got to get back to that. You know, you not knocking nobody, but you know, you look at some of these dudes like, fuck you from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to Chicago. You know, it ain't no problem with them. But like I said, people stop doing things from Miami, down to the calls, down to all that. We started that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I see,
what
I
they
see, I
do.
see you got it all on the Dicky set, the Dicky gang, man.
Yeah,
Mo
you
K
know,
gang.
this is
Shout,
a,
shout out to Ike,
shout out to Ike. You know what I'm saying? This
Big
is,
Ike. Short as the
you
Dicky
know,
gang, man. One of the legends.
yeah, the Dickie gang with the Cuban link. You know what I'm saying? This is a Miami uniform for a motherfucker that really
Working out here
working
getting it for
uniform. You
sure, for
understand?
sure.
So that's what it was when you seen Miami back in the day. Motherfucker got his Dickie on with his Cuban links, with his clocks. You know, he got on his work uniform. He working. You know what I'm saying?
Then, but one thing I love about real Miami niggas, man, from back in the days, Trick said it in one of his songs before. We love the kids, right? You know what I'm saying? When he made that statement, he made that for all Miami niggas, man. And also, man, we always kept, you know what I'm saying, our old ladies in situations where, you know, we might have the don't, she got the phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, the hair and nails done. Y'all want to know why, you know, city girls and Trina them talk the way they talk, man, because that's how we spoil our women. Like, you
Yeah.
already know what it is, man. And that's a tradition that I would love to see
Yeah.
the young people, young guys out of Miami keep
Yeah.
going, man. Make sure you make it queen. You know, you ain't got to be all this, you know, I understand, you know, the pedicures and but man, listen here, make sure your old lady shit done before I mean, you niggas, hey man,
Niggas got bad
that's another
nowadays.
subject, man. I'm telling you,
Yeah.
I get here, there's a lot of shit that, and I'm particularly talking to my, you know what I mean, my Miami born young, you know, my young cats, man. We back out here now, man. My homeboy City said it right, man. Support the brand, man. Support a Miami business, man. Support a Miami native. You know what I'm saying? That's putting back. Cause guess what? When you open the lane for him, he gonna open. What you think he gonna do? He gonna what? He gonna put the work. You know, he opened his store with his clothing line. Who you think gonna be working in there?
And it's
That's
a
how
lot of
that's how
talent,
it
and
go,
it's a
man.
lot of talent and shit. You got a lot of other clothing lines down here that I like. I'm gonna try to name a few, but you know what I'm saying. You got people out here cooking food. It's food here. You know what I'm saying. Y'all go support them people, man. You got people out there cutting hair. We got all that shit right here, bro. But
And what they
y'all
do
gotta
gonna definitely
stop.
highlight them.
Right. You got to stop going other places. Put the money back in the city. You know, they come down here, visit cities. You know what I'm saying? Other people come in the city and open shit up and they spending money with them. And people feel a certain kind of way, but your shit good too. But it's like you got to put it out there. You know what I'm saying? You got to get it in our faces and y'all got to support these people. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's be for real, man. People been eating for, let me name one of these restaurants, Lawrence. Forever. Lawrence got some good food.
Shout out to
Shout them out.
Miracles, man. Shout out to
Miracles.
Miracles
You
on
know what I'm
15
saying?
Ave with them
Jackson.
fish sandwiches, man.
Yeah, Jackson. That's
Miami fish and chicken, man. Mina spot, you know what I mean?
yeah.
Jackson, you know what I mean? Shout out to them businesses that been around serving us for
For
years, man.
years.
I hate Jumbo gone, man. Bring
Yeah.
back
John Bright
Jumbos.
Jumbos. You
You know
feel
what
what
I
I'm
mean?
saying? Like, but we got a lot of unique stuff because if you go to other cities and you see like whatever, like you say, so many people don't stole our game because they don't came down here and recognize that was good. That ain't on A1.
South game done went crazy. I
Crazy.
think I've been
Come
seeing the South
on.
all up in Atlanta,
In
right?
Atlanta now.
Right. But listen, okay, I'm glad that you know you brought the fact that you know Miami, we need to support Miami, talking about real Miami natives, right? Going like 2000, like we got like less than like 2 weeks left in this year, right?
Right.
Um, um, what your plans are? You know, what can you expect out of you in 2025? Because a lot of guys, you know, that I've been running into, I'm talking in the barber shop, you know, just at the gym. A lot of guys saying like they don't understand, they don't know where they gonna be at
Yeah.
in 2025 with the Trump administration in. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like people scared of the future. I'm really excited for what they do and all the things that I got going on. What about yourself?
Man, I'm trying to take advantage of everything. You know what I'm saying? All the benefits they giving for the loans and all that. I want to become my goal for 2025, which I'm also gonna do, straight businessman, own something. You know what I'm saying? And stop working for another motherfucker with their dreams. I mean, if it's gonna work, I'm gonna try it, I'm gonna put it out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta stop doing that too, scared to like take that step for 2025, because there's a lot of people got a lot of talent. Like I say, see me in the joint. Like, what you gonna do when you get out there with it? I know, like, motherfucker sitting at home, they do the best work, they got the best clothing line, but they make 1 or 2 shirts and they scared to take that, you know what I'm saying, jump. But you know what I'm saying? Failing only mean that you trying.
Know what I'm hearing you say right now? It sounds like you saying consistency. It sounds like, and I noticed that with you, man. I noticed one thing about City since I've been knowing you, man, and since we done cut back in each other, I see that consistency in you being a go-getter. I could really see you, you know what I mean, reaching those goals that you setting for yourself, man. And that's the type of example, and that's what they do want to get out, the message that we really want to get out to the young people in Miami, man, because a lot of our young people are, you know, giving up on life lately, man. You know, a lot of our young people not like how they told us we wasn't gonna be the city.
Exactly.
I'm 50. I ain't supposed my life expectancy supposed to be 21.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? So we done beat a lot of breaks. And we gotta pass that hope on to the young kids, man. That's why I'm highlighting you, man, as a businessman, as an artist. You know what I'm saying? As a designer, you know what I mean? All the things, you know what I mean? And that's what we gonna be doing on what they do. You know, going forward, if you in Miami, Florida, you know what I mean? If you could get down here, you know what I mean? You want a podcast that's for you, that want to put you in position so you could get out there and get whatever it is that you're good at out there. Man, y'all inbox the OG, man. We gonna sit down and we gonna work it on in there for you, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and by the way, I love this platform my brother got to stand on. You know what I'm saying? We need more of this in Miami too. You get what I'm saying? Because like I say, shit, you may have the next $1 million business hustle, but you ain't got nowhere to put it at. You sit right here with the OG. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know, so you know what I've been noticing, and I want your take on this. Ali Zoe, right? I brought him up. I interviewed him the other day, right? I brought him up. And since he been home, right, there's been a lot of wave on the internet, a lot of, you know, Miami talk on the internet, right? Then we had Big Meech come home. Both of them came home about the same time. And both you know what I mean, got ties to Miami, right? We know both of these cats was getting a little money out here. You know, both of them, you know, we know them by Chip. We know Meech by Big Meech, right? Meech ain't a Miami native, but he's here. Right? Which I think is an opportunity thing, because like we say, regardless of lot, you know what I'm saying? We seen him get to it. There's a lot of our OGs that's out too. There's a lot of things with the BMF story, you know what I mean, that we seen that because we just recently seen on internet 50 down here with a Miami Heat hat on and everything. I'm actually, and this is the question I'm asking you, is, do you think that it's finna be some real money popping in Miami for 2025 with all these people playing down here, with Miami being, you know, in the wave like it is, trending like it is on all the platforms?
Yeah, I can smell it in there. You know, I'm a bloodhound for that money, man. Like, listen, man. Right now, Miami's always been a melting pot, but you know it been whatever. But listen, this motherfucker on fire for 2025. Cause like I say, every motherfucker down here, like you got Moneybag Yo and them down here. You got you got everybody down here. But like I said, Miami, we got to get some of this goddamn money.
That's what I'm talking about.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's like every other nigga got a story just like me. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, a nigga may have $1 million shit, but it's like you ain't gonna jump out there, but you can walk up on a nigga like, nigga, put me on. Because that's how we used to do out-of-towners back in the day. Shout out to the out-of-towners, nigga. It's like, come on, bro, you down here with us, you fucking with us, you fucking our hoes, you eating a nigga food, do something for a nigga. And a lot of them niggas will. You know what I'm saying? But like I say, you got to put yourself in the position, and like you say, consistency. So if you hustling, you already gonna come across a motherfucker path, you gonna see you hustling. But if you sitting out there and doing nothing, waiting on a nigga to give you something. Nah, nigga gotta get in your face.
You just said you could smell it. What was that song? That Miami song? What was that Miami Vice song? How that went? How it was that Miami Vice song said? I could feel it
in the air.
coming in the air.
Nigga, I get
That what you said that day. I felt that Miami. I think Ross made one with that cut there too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Better than that, yeah.
I can feel it coming in. I feel it, Miami. I feel 2025.
That money
man,
back
listen,
around here,
the OG.
like the 90s.
Man, listen, the OG is definitely finna be outside with it. If I gotta run in the rain like that nigga Wallow with this motherfucking cameraman, you gonna see the OG out here. Y'all get ready to see a whole lot more of what they do. And for those y'all don't know what they do mean, man, that's an old Miami saying, man, what the fuck up with what's really happening.
Yeah, that's
know
the way you speak, what they do.
What they do.
That's the way you let a nigga know what's happening, what they do. You know what I'm saying?
Right. They do what we tell them to do. That's what we do. That's what they do.
Exactly.
Whatever we tell them to do, man. We got to get that Miami swag back popping, man, like it's supposed to be, man. You know what I mean? We done brought in this hip-hop game to this culture. We ain't missed a beat. And I used to remind the dudes on the federal level, man. I used to remind them a lot, man. Hey, when y'all came to the city, when that Memorial Day thing came down with Puff Daddy and all that, it was How Can I Be Down? You know what I mean? Yeah. How Can I Be Down? That was the name of it back then, 1995. How Can I Be Down? Yeah. You know, why you think everybody screaming check in when they came to Miami? Because you had to basically check in. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
What I'm saying, Miami now, we got to check in with each other. We got to get together. Unity is the way that we gonna win, man. I'm watching one thing about a real Miami nigga, man, like myself. I ain't just stuck in the hood, man. I've been globe-trotting. I've been in other cities. I see how they win. And Atlanta is definitely a place where you see a lot of players from other cities playing in. I'm watching how groups coming in from different cities, New York, Jersey.
Well, see, not many cut you off, OG, but like you say, unity, man.
Unity.
Y'all stop that bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like unity. Work together. Because just like artists, it's like, if this nigga do a song, this nigga do a song together, the shit'll go through the roof. But it ain't no unity, so these niggas probably you'll never hear them together. This nigga get with this nigga and they doing a podcast or a DJ, it'll like the shit'll go through the roof. But it's like, oh, I don't fuck with that nigga because he's from over there. I don't fuck with that nigga come a dog. I'm like, y'all gotta stop that shit. Y'all gotta sit down and y'all gotta politic, you know what I'm saying, and put all this shit together. You know what I'm saying? Because if all, you know what I'm saying, one hand wash the face. How they say that shit? One hand, you know what I'm saying? But
one hand wash the other.
You one hand wash the other, and both hands wash the face.
Wash the face.
You know what I'm saying? And we could get to it because, like I say, it's too much talent down here. You got rappers on this side of town, they live as fuck, but you'll never hear him because motherfucker don't play him over here because he from this hood. Y'all gotta stop that shit.
It's that deep. I mean, see, man, I ain't all the way tapped in to the politics behind the music.
The music, I mean, I think that's what's stopping us on the music scene too, because like I say, and I ain't gonna name drop, but you got a fire-ass artist from over here. They got a fire-ass artist over here. But some shit went wrong back in the day, so you could never get them two artists together to create so. Or you can't never get the producer that's working hard over here because he fuck with the nigga that rap over here and he don't fuck with him. Y'all gotta stop that shit, man. You get what I'm saying?
We just had a big artist based platform came to the city. They come every year, Rolling Loud, right?
Right.
I'm talking about the city. The city was took over for like 3 days, man. I'm talking about the crowd, the traffic, a lot of money in the city. You know what I mean? We had what? Who the Florida artists? First base, I think was
Boss Man D-Lo was there. Ross was there. Kodak was there. But compared to everybody else, it was like, come on, man. Like, that's the thing too, Rolling Loud. Like, come on, y'all come to the city, man. There's plenty underground dudes. I ain't gonna even call them underground. You got plenty of artists out here that qualify. Shout out to Deslock Piccolo. Shout out to Iceberg. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Bushy Beat. Young Breed, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to that boy Mike Smith, the biggest. Shout out to that boy Ball Greasy. You know what I mean? YD.
Like, you got talented artists.
What is his name?
Billy Blue.
Billy Blue. These boys, shout out to Major 9.
Yeah, Major 9.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, we got so many artists, the list go on, man.
And then, that's the thing too. Once they visit here and you go to the club, you play everything else, but you play Miami shit, the whole club go up.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was working in a lot of the clubs in Atlanta.
Yeah.
Boy, I would hear the DJ shout out cities. But one time it was just a whole lot of Kodak Black. When they do a South Florida record in the clubs in Atlanta, they weren't playing a lot of Miami rappers in the clubs in Atlanta, man.
But see, that's the thing. Like, if you hear the music, you can't really identify the face, because most of the hardest record, that's like on Bizzle, God Bless the Dead. He had I'm a Stripper and This Is My Life. That shit was all up there and up the road when I was coming up. But God Bless the Dead, nobody never was able to put the music with the face. You understand what I'm saying? So they hear Miami music, but the thing is, you could never really put the artist with the music, because it ain't really no platforms down here actually. You know what I'm saying? Where they could just, oh, this me. So the music may make it way up there. Like, I'm in Charlie, they going crazy at Iceberg. They going crazy the motherfuckers in Miami. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like, you can never put, okay, this artist saying this song.
So arguably, let's say this, right? I done heard this conversation come up when I talk to other guys, even in the feds, right? They feel like we ain't got no bars. Like, we all bass, booty shake. You know what I mean? Like, where the bars at? I know we got bars. I know Iceberg got bars. I know Mike Smith got bars. I know Trick got bars. I know JT Money a storyteller. You know what I mean? But they older up to, you know what I'm saying? Some of the artists I just named, they've been around for a while, but they always try to discredit us from not having bars. Like what I mean, you know what I mean by bars, meaning just, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think the people that do have bars out of Miami, it's just like, because we're so known for, like, back in the days, having a good time and dance, because, you know, that was our thing too. You know what I'm saying? Like, you had big dope boys, and when it was time to unwind, they brought the speakers out. Rest in peace, Uncle Al. You know what I'm saying?
Uncle Al, boy.
And we would sit back after we don't got the money and watch the whole throw the ass. You feel what I'm saying? So they thought that's what's all we was about. Which we is about having a good time. We love to see them hoes drop that ass. This Miami now. What they do.
You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, you sleep if
Pop
you ain't
that thing, shake that titty, do the brown.
but you sleep if you ain't think Trick Daddy is like the motherfucking Tupac of Miami. You understand what I'm saying? Then it's like, when it come to bars, you can't forget Ross. That nigga's like the Miami Jay-Z. Then you got Bushy B. You got Iceberg. You got some lyrical niggas that's down here, but they don't give us the chance because they're still standing on that old persona that they had.
I think what hold us back for a long time, all the major record labels was up top.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? All the major record labels are up top. And Miami niggas, right, like even though we'll travel to sell some work.
Yeah.
But it seems like we don't want to travel, you know what I mean, or leave the crib. And we shouldn't have to. We got Slip and Slide. We got
Maybach Music. You got Po Boy.
You got
Strong Arm. You got Strong Arm. You got Po Boy. You got Maybach.
That's what I was gonna say, Po Boy.
And you got Slippers. But that's the thing too. I think we need more record labels down here. You know what I'm saying? That's why I think we should all work as one. Because
think we need to push our own shit out the trunk again.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like you say, like, that's my whole game. How I get here. I don't really. The record label cool, but if I got a shirt, I'ma sell it. If I can download the song, I'ma sell it. That's just me as a hustler. And I think we need more than that too, because instead of we looking for them shit, they'll come look for you. That's why I say you got to get back out to the old hustle, cause at one time you had niggas selling their own CD all in the goddamn street. You feel what I'm saying? When Miami was popping on the music scene.
When it first wasn't shit to walk out the Flea Market USA and the nigga got CD.
Toro, you know,
that's
Toro. That's Toro.
Back.
Exactly. We want to go back. Like, you see Toro with his goddamn CD in his hand. You know what I'm saying? You got a chance to meet dog. You got a chance to touch dog. But that was how Miami hustled back in the days. Every corner you had a motherfucker selling water, conch, his CD, his whatever. You know what I'm saying? But I think really that's just the problem. It's like, at one point in time, all the A&Rs was down here looking for music now. You know what I'm saying?
But you know, they still coming down. Listen to me, bro. I just recently on the radio, one of the hottest tracks out there they've been playing, been making the rounds on the radio, was Drake and what the name, Lotto, right? They got Act Like You Riding on the Stick.
Right.
When I heard it, I'm like, that's you know, that's us.
Right.
That's a Miami sound. That's a Miami feel good, you know what I mean? So they still, I mentioned this in a lot of my interviews when it comes to the fact that I feel like we're not getting as much credit for what we bring to the industry and to the culture when it comes to the music. I always mention the fact that, you know, when it even down to the lingo, stick. That's a Miami word for a chopper. That's our word. That's our.
Right.
I wouldn't care what nobody. If you want to go back and fact check when the world was calling, when every hood in the world was called, other than us, was calling it choppers, cause we had the hot boys and maybe them with the Chopper City and all that with BG them. We was calling it a stick, a wooden back chopper stick, the old version of the AK. You know what I'm talking about with the
Call
wooden
it
backs.
stick, you know
We
what I
called
mean?
it the stick, right? Future came, you know, my homeboy MGT, you know what I'm saying, Murder Grove,
Yeah.
you know what I mean,
Shout out to Murder
Caravan,
Grove, Carol
shout out to
City.
B100, shout out to E-Dat, shout out to that boy Trelly Skeet, right? They had, what the name of the song? It was a high school song back in our day. Let's go get it.
Let's go get them.
Let's go get them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they was mentioning stick in there.
Right,
Then a few years later, I'm in the joint, I hear Future come out with stick talk.
You had K Cutter pull out the stick too now.
Okay, K
Shout
Cutter
out to
too.
K Cutter.
Shout out to K Cutter would pull out the stick, right? But I'm just saying, when our lingo get barred and you hear it on a major platform, you hear it on a major stage, and you know that's a Miami word or that's a Miami lingo, you like, why is Miami artists, when they saying it, ain't getting the same, you know what I mean, recognition or the same level of success?
Right.
Look what the City Girls them did, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to the City Girls, man. Look what they did when they took a Miami female group down there, female. But shout out to, shout out to P and Coach.
Yeah, shout out.
You know what I mean? Coach K, I know your person. Shout out to Coach, man. I need to network with you, Coach. You know what I mean? I got it's in my old phone, but that's my partner, Coach K, right?
Right.
They came down here and tapped in and found them girls, right? Them
It's
girls,
jewels in the city. It's so much.
Man, so much.
But it's
down
like,
here.
I don't know why we're not taking care, but it all goes back, like you're saying, we're not working together anymore. That's why we got to see past all that bullshit and what happened back in the days. And
Look at YF Lucci, right?
Yeah.
Came down to the Poking Bean, found Ferrari them. Know what I mean? Shout out to 3, bring that boy 3 home too, man. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We still rooting for you 3, know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, you in Atlanta, still in the county jail fighting. I know everybody focusing on Lucci, done got his time, but we got a homeboy still in the trenches, man. A real one out the Poking Bean, man. Yeah. Bring that boy 3 home, man. You know what I'm talking about?
Free CP3.
CP3, man. Bring that young boy there home, man, for real. Real one out the Poking Bean. But an issue had came up on the internet a little while back when all the check-in shit was going on, right? And you know, Luke always vocal about, you know, our beaches being used, our clubs being used, this, that, and the third. You out of towners, this, that. I seen Ferrari, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to dig up no old bones, but I was still in the joint, but I felt him when he said that, man, I was down here pushing my music, you know what I mean? You know, trying to get out the streets, you know what I mean? Get found, trying to get put on, and the motherfuckers ain't give me, you know what I'm saying? A motherfucker ain't, my plate was empty, motherfucker ain't put me, you know what I mean? So when a nigga from out of town come fuck with Fred, they good in the Poking Beans. Right. And rightfully said, you know what I'm saying? And I supported it, I liked it, I reposted it, and I felt the same way. I'm like, boy, you know, if some money, I've been pushing my story, you know what I mean? When it comes to, you know, my book, my Miami story, I'm feeling like, you know, we up next with all the story, the Zoe Pound story, the John Doe story, you know what I'm saying, the Boobie Boy story, whatever stories y'all want to know what I'm saying, we got them. The Miami Boy story, we got Big Trout, them out here, you know what I mean, we got Convertible Burt, them out here pushing their stories. They story just as big as the BMF story. If not big, them boys had long, they was there first. You know what I mean? Like they talking about BMF in Atlanta. But Miami been there. Then they try to run it in the series and loop it down. I was advocating then on there like, say, hold up, that ain't how that went now. All the way now, let's get it understood. Even at the Jack the Rapper situation, that ain't how that went now. You know what I'm saying? I been here long enough, this gray ain't, I know some of these, I know these cats. I know Big Trout, shout out to Big Trout. I know, you know what I'm saying? I know Piccolo, I know these boys, you know what I'm saying? I know who was up there getting it. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, when you see that and you like, damn, big homie Ross or whoever, you know, E-Class, whoever, you know what I'm saying? Flow Ride, all y'all, you know what I'm saying, who got that paper. Hey man, we got some stories. Y'all want to put them in, let's make some stars down here. We get, you can do some acting. I can see you, I can see you, you know, that can help promote what else you got on. You know what I'm saying? That's how you tie in the thing. Hold on, let me finish the thought, right? So when you see that, and then if 50 want to come down here and sloop in behind and pick up these Miami stories to feed that big ass studio he just built down there in Louisiana, some motherfucking well. you can't be mad at a nigga done, you know what I'm saying? Cause
Right.
one thing about a Miami nigga, boy, we gonna listen to who pay us. That's how we were back in the day.
Right,
Nigga,
right,
you
right,
couldn't
right,
tell
right.
me shit unless you, you know what I'm saying, help me feed my family.
They're right.
But what you were gonna say though?
No, I was saying that all goes back. It was like, man, we got to get it back together. You know what I'm saying? Like with the platforms to stand on, that's just like the DJs don't want to play your shit unless you paying this nigga. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, I'm not pointing no fingers,
But you
but
know
it's
that's been the game though.
right.
You gotta
But
wet the DJ hand
yeah,
with a
yeah,
little
I'm
something
gonna
to get
wet the
your shit
DJ
spent, right?
hand, but DJ,
You gotta
y'all, I'm
spend
gonna
some
tell you
money
what these
now.
DJ gotta start. Yeah, spend the money, but let's do this. If the nigga spend with you, dog, don't just spend the nigga shit when he there. You know what I'm saying? If it's a hot record, the nigga paid you,
Right,
burn that bitch,
right.
my
Especially if
nigga.
we're
You,
doing something in the
yeah,
club.
like
Yeah, I
if
get it,
it's
I get it,
garbage,
I
but
get it.
okay, let's be for real, because you know what I'm saying. I know a lot of niggas got some fire, and it's like bruh, pay the nigga to play his shit. Yeah, but then I'll see you get another nigga shit from out of town. You'll burn that bitch like 5 times within an hour.
So you know what you done
You
made me
know what I'm
think
saying?
of now?
Like,
You know what you done made me think of now? Now you know I gotta get some of you DJs on here to answer this shit now.
yeah,
You
man,
know what I
get
mean?
them niggas
Cause
to talk.
if
Yeah, man.
and he's 100%, I back that what he just said. Now if a nigga pay you to play their records, right? You know what I'm saying? He in the club. If that motherfucker got the club jumping,
Jumping.
don't just play that
That
man
boy
shit that
tell
one
one time
time, man.
cause
Play
he
that
there.
shit. Especially
This
if he's a
nigga,
Miami and you in a Miami
yeah.
club, man.
For real, okay,
Right.
if you a listener of music, cause you a DJ, so you know my nigga, like, okay, yeah, that nigga paid me, but it like, damn, this nigga shit went in. Let me just burn the nigga shit. I ain't telling you to burn the nigga shit if he garbage. Yeah, if that shit, all right, if that shit submit, yeah, you can do that. But you know what I'm saying? But
If
y'all
that
niggas,
gas.
yeah, cause I ain't gonna even point no fingers and I ain't gonna even say what songs, but y'all burnt them niggas shit and booked them niggas and y'all keep booking them niggas, and that's how they get up. But I know a couple niggas in Miami got some hot songs that need to be burnt. You feel what I'm saying? And it's just cause he wet your hand one time, a boy ain't around, you ain't spend it, but you supposed to burnt that man's shit, bro.
Man, don't make
We
a nigga
need,
get like Easy them was and Straight Out of Compton
yeah,
outside the motherfucking club.
yeah,
Like nigga, you know what I'm saying? I know what I'm
right.
saying? You ain't spending my shit enough.
Right, but y'all DJs are not pointing no fingers. Y'all play a lot of part in that too, of taking that artist to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Cause it been some nice ass niggas make nice ass shit from Miami. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, who gonna be the real nigga? Okay, this shit hot. This shit made the club move. He paid me one time, but I'm gonna spend this nigga shit. Maybe I could catch this nigga and pick up the back end of me and this nigga go on tour. However you
Right,
get your
yeah,
money or the
right,
nigga lock you in. Y'all missing a lot of opportunities then. Cause nigga, if you break my shit, you coming with me, nigga. We
right.
locked in. And I'm gonna
You
keep it
my
real
DJ
with you.
on
You
tour.
my DJ on tour. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That's how
Shout
that
out to
shit
all
supposed to go.
City Girls DJ Rama. Perfect example. You fuck with them chicks. You feel what I'm saying,
Right,
bro? Up echelon now, he up there. But he
right.
went and worked with them girls, being a DJ from Miami
That's the
and
buddy with the
being
red beard.
with the red beard.
I met him at the BET Awards. I met him at
Yeah.
the BET
But
Awards.
see where
He
he in
posed to post
position?
my shit too. What the name is again?
DJ Robert. Shout out to
Right.
Robert.
Listen, you know who I am, man. You see this video, you to post my shit. I got my notebook pad out on a lot of y'all that done overlooked the OG. I've been passing my book around, post my book, trying to get it in circulation. Listen, man, we still got politics, but I'm pointing it out. Yeah, I remember dude though. I remember him
Yeah.
at the BET Awards.
Y'all promoters too, man. I see y'all book some of these local dudes. They hot, you know what I'm saying? Go through that nigga catalog and see what records he got. You know, fuck what he tell you. If you go through his shit or you fuck with it, you find a record that can make the shit move. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm gonna book you to do this song. You know what I'm saying? Cause y'all book this Miami. You see everybody in the city, but I want to see some more local artists getting booked. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't saying book them if the shit garbage. If the nigga deserve it, promoters book that nigga, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all bring every
You ain't saying
sometime.
nothing wrong.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes a nigga want to see big niggas come to the city. How y'all bring niggas to the city too? We feel like that about our artists. You feel what I'm saying?
One more time before we end the interview, man. One more time, where they can find the merch at, where they can find your music at. You know,
Yes.
any shout outs, any free to homies,
Uh,
any whatever you got,
yeah.
man. Go ahead and let them
Yeah,
know,
you can
man.
check it out. You can get the merch off of SKYLINE.com. You know what I'm saying? They got everything. We got hoodies. We got some for the females. You know what I'm saying? We got kids wear on there. And also, if you want to download any kind of music, go on StreetTeam.com. You know what I'm saying? Free the guys, you know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, my brother, you know what I'm saying? Terrell Donaldson and my Uncle Tommy. You feel what I'm saying? And we gonna leave it as that, you know. Miami, what they do. You already know. Yeah.
Man, listen, man, it's been another edition of What They Do. Y'all already know what it is, man. We gonna keep it coming, man. Like I say, this ain't all about the industry. I don't give a fuck you out there selling conch. If you out there, you got the baddest sauce, you the eyebrow queen, or whatever it is that you good at. You in Miami, you in South Florida, you wanna get highlight, you want your shit to get out, inbox the OG. Follow me on YouTube at OG Gigavelli, man. Follow me on TikTok, OG Gigavelli. And y'all already know, man, Instagram is Valley Life 305, man. But guess what, man? We gonna be outside with it, man. Miami, what they do. We up, man.
What they do. Yeah.